Welcome back to All Things ETH. My name is Aaron, and on this channel we talk about all things Ethereum. We talk about projects, NFTs, play to earn, and price. And today, guys, I want to talk about something that's a little bit frustrating to me and has been plaguing some of my scholars in particular. I want to talk about scammers. And guys, there's one guy I'm going to call out today, and for good reason. And maybe this puts a target on my back, but I don't care. This guy needs to get stopped because he just stole 3 Axies from one of my scholars. The scholar of mine, she bought 3 Axies for her sister who has lupus and is trying to pay for cancer treatments in the Philippines. Chemotherapy. It's not. She doesn't have cancer. She has lupus. It's a little bit different from cancer, but the chemotherapy is what's needed to help fight the lupus. And the scholar of mine had been saving up. She got SLP. She staked it in, or she swapped it into AXS, staked it for a while, and had got enough of the tokens to buy her first team, since the prices of Axies have come down quite a bit. And she bought a team, and within 8 days, guys, within 8 days, a scammer came and stole everything in her Ronin wallet. Thankfully, her most recent earnings from the SLP weren't in the wallet at the time. But guys, this has to stop. And so I'm going to show you. I'm just going to call this guy out and show you what I found on the Ronin Explorer. And this is one thing that's cool about crypto. The tough thing about crypto is that you definitely can't get your assets back very easily. It's not something that it's likely that Sky Mavis is going to be able to return to my scholar, but I want to go through the process of finding out what's going on here so that we can call this guy out. So my scholar showed me the transactions from the Ronin blockchain. So apparently somebody, and I'll mention the name in a second here because we'll reveal it, but somebody hacked into her wallet. I'm not sure if they got in through the password or through some other means. There's seed phrase access, and maybe through the QR code, although the QR code shouldn't give you access to be able to send the assets off the chain. In fact, I believe the only way to do so is to actually know somehow the seed phrase, or to hack in. I'm not really sure how this was hacked, but let's just go through this. So on 6 hours ago, or yesterday really, is when it happened. The 3 Axies in her wallet were gifted to another address, and so I was able to take the token IDs. You can't read the entire transaction or the Ronin wallets they were sent to, but it is the same wallet, 801CE2B4 and then some, right, and ending in EDE2. Each wallet is the same that it was transferred to. So I looked up each of these Axie tokens by their token name. So you can actually do that by going to marketplace.axieinfinity.com and then Axie, and then put in this number here. So whenever you find a token ID or the ID of the Axie itself, you can do this and find out sale history by scrolling down. So obviously you see breed count and owner currently and these sorts of things. Well, if you scroll all the way to the bottom, guys, you can find out the sale history. So there's actually, so I'm going to reveal the name of the scholar because it's down here, Tiny Chick. She's been a fantastic scholar, one of my top 3 over the last several months. I think she came on back in November onto my team, and has been saving up SLP like crazy. And then the seller, see the buyer and the seller are typically the same, right? So buyer Lunasian, seller Lunasian, buyer Wintero, seller Wintero. So this is interesting too. I did look further, and it looks like possibly AxieHunter may have sold it to himself and then sold it for more. I'm not sure which, but obviously the price when Tiny Chick bought this specific Axie was at 0.034 Ethereum, and then there was no sale history from Tiny Chick, but a sell history from AxieHunter, and AxieHunter is the guilty party here. This is the person, whoever AxieHunter is the one who hacked into Tiny Chick's wallet and then sent the Axie to the marketplace. And we've had 2 other transactions already since, so who knows what happened here. Maybe AxieHunter sold it to himself, possibly, but also, you know, this all happened within a 24-hour period, so it was a really quick turnaround to get to the current owner. Now let's look at the next one, guys. The next Axie is this one here. Again, I looked that up from the token ID, typed it in here, up here, and just hit enter, and it got me to this place where I can see again, Tiny Chick bought this from Axie2 for 0.03 ETH. It was not sold to AxieHunter, it was gifted to him somehow, stolen really, and then sold in the marketplace for 0.015 ETH to another Lunasian, 2288. Now I wanted to check this, I didn't look that up specifically. I think it's a different Lunasian, right? So this one was 79633. Now this is interesting, guys. Check this out. The reason why I think maybe AxieHunter sold it to himself was because if you look here, this Lunasian is not named, and it's got 4 beasts in the inventory. So this is very interesting to me, unless this is a breeder situation, which it definitely could be. You know, a lot of similarities here between these beasts, and then again it happens with this Axie here. I believe these are all plants from this Lunasian. So these could be breeders. It could be, you know, maybe even a bot account picking up, you know, specific things from the marketplace to resell. I mean, they're all relatively priced similar. All this is a little higher. It is interesting to see what's going on here. So I wonder possibly that AxieHunter has made different accounts to sell beasts out of and another account to sell plants out of, but I'm not sure here. And then finally we have this Axie again. Now this Christine and Axie Chick are the same person, so it's just a different, it's oddly a different wallet. So let me actually check the transaction, the Ronin wallet here, 18B35 and Tiny Chick BBC6A. So 2 different wallets, guys. 2 different wallets were hacked by AxieHunter, which is quite interesting. So possibly through a you know, email and you know, I don't know, maybe Tiny Chick or somebody had their information you know, on their mobile device, and maybe the mobile device was compromised, and you know, seed phrases were on the mobile device. It's just really sad to see, because these were given to Tiny Chick's sister to play Axie Infinity. She was not multi-accounting. She saved up to buy these Axies so that her sister could be a scholar and make SLP in order to pay for the chemotherapy on her lupus treatment. So guys, super sad. Just wanted to bring it to your attention. We may do some sort of you know, funding round, so that like some donations possibly for Tiny Chick and her sister to help pay for her lupus treatments. We might just try to get her Axies back by buying these again from the sellers, and none of them are currently on the marketplace, unfortunately. This is interesting here that the AxieHunter, guys, he's selling them for so cheap in relation to their initial price. It's just sad to see wasted funds here and just an obvious scammer. So I did go in and checked out the Ronin wallet of so when I looked into AxieHunter, if you click on this, you can actually get the Ronin address of AxieHunter here. And so I copied that to my clipboard and pasted it into the explore.roninchain.com. And this is a really super new wallet. In fact, there's no transactions before yesterday. So this was made for the taking of these Axies and immediately sent to the marketplace. There are so many Axies here, guys. 1, 2, 3 here. Another create Axie sales, 3. Create Axie sales, another 3. Swap some tokens, create another Axie sale, transfer AXS. These are the last 25 transactions and the only 25 transactions for this Ronin address. I don't know who steals stuff and names their account. It's kind of interesting that maybe it's a calling card of sorts. So keep your eyes out, guys. If any of you see this video and recognize the name AxieHunter, report these accounts details to Sky Mavis if possible. I'm going to be doing so. I'm going to send this to the Discord and see if we get any feedback there. I'd love to get this person banned, or at the very least get them banned from the obviously, you know, with crypto and decentralization, it's going to be tough to nail this guy down. But if we can find some history, maybe and maybe somebody's good enough to figure out, you know, some sort of IP address or something like that, and you know, get some retribution would be fantastic, some justice. But guys, look out for these scams, because keeping your Ronin wallet information on your phone is super dangerous. I'm not sure what happened. Again, you know, Tiny Chick is a very smart individual, and I did not expect this to happen to her. We have had, in fact, 2 or 3 scholars, I think up to 3 now, of my, and I've only had like 12 or 13 scholars total, guys. 3 out of the 13 have had some sort of theft happen on their Ronin wallets. So just be careful out there, guys. I do highly recommend getting yourself a Trezor. Let's just go over to Trezor.com and Trezor.io maybe. Let me just do a search quick. Trezor right now is the only way to secure your account with a hardware wallet on the Axie Infinity, the Ronin chain. So I personally have one. I've got mine here. It's pretty awesome. I've been using it for the last couple months because of this sort of situation. I had my second scholar that got scammed after he lost SLP in his personal wallet. He had over, I think it was like 11,000 SLP stored up, all just dumped, you know, gifted to somebody else because somebody got in and was able to transfer it to another account. And guys, get yourself a Trezor. So check out the links in the description below, but that'll take you to the shop. And I really think that the Trezor Model 1, guys, is the way to go. I spent $70 on it. Now let's just look at the price of SLP. So tradingview.com, how many SLP would it cost, would it take to get a Trezor? So, and just to see the valuation, and this might surprise some of you. Yes, $70 US is very expensive. Now it's cheaper than the team of Axies that was purchased by. Oh wow, we're actually exploding again today. We've been on a tear. So the price of SLP from the bottom to now has actually gone up 100%. Just a couple hours ago, we were down here at 16.5, 17 cents, and we're at like 85, 90%, and now we've officially crested 100% up. So a 2x from the bottom of the token price here, guys. So if I was to get a Trezor, so let's take $70 US, right? Divide that by 0.018, which is the current price of SLP. That would be only 4,000. So that's about 1 month currently of SLP rewards for most of my scholars. Most of my scholars are making. I guess it would take a little bit more, so 3 or 4 months, because we're splitting it 50-50. So most of my scholars are making about 1,800 to 2,000 SLP every month currently at, and that's about 120 to 140, I believe, SLP on a an average. And so, in fact, let's divide that by, let's go 3888. And obviously the SLP price was much higher before, and I do expect to get back up there again. But if you were going to buy a Trezor now to secure your account, divide it by, I'm sorry, 14 is what I wanted to buy, divide it by, so that's, and then let's actually do 28, because I think, yeah, that's about 138 SLP per day will get you a Trezor within, for really what you're looking at from a time horizon perspective is 2 months of grinding, which is quite a bit, guys. So I do see the disadvantage of having Trezor be so expensive in relation to SLP, but I think most people have been around since, most of my scholars have got on my team in October, November, and December, guys, and that's when the SLP prices were quite a bit higher. So, and I do expect them again to jump quite a bit, but that's because we're going to not have Adventure SLP anymore. So, guys, if you have leftover SLP, if you have, you know, 6, 7, you know, or 3,800 SLP, change it into, or hold on to it for a little bit if you can. Be careful with your information. Hold on to it if you can. Let SLP continue to rise. That's my personal opinion. This is not financial advice, but do yourself a favor. Get a Trezor to hold that peace of mind, especially guys, if you've got a lot of SLP and you're staking it on Ron, or you're staking it on you've converted it into AXS and you're staking there. Protect your assets, guys. Protect your assets. You know, and maybe if you have a case, you could ask your manager to help you with the cost. It's just a situation that I don't want people to be in. It's frustrating. It's sad, especially for those who have real financial needs, guys. This scholar of mine has been taking care of her sister, helping, using her SLP to pay for treatments, and bought this team in order to help her gain enough SLP to pay for her chemotherapy, guys. It's just a really tough story. I hate talking about it, but it needs to be put out there in the wild because this sort of thing should not happen. Just really, really frustrating. So if you want to, jump on the Discord, talk to Tiny Chick, ask her if you can send her some SLP, guys. If you want to help out with a cause, that's the best way to do it. Otherwise, like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to get more content like this. I am for community, guys. I am for for financial freedom through the trading of crypto, and especially Ethereum and ERC20 based tokens. I think there's a lot of room for growth in this area, guys, and that's why I try to put out a video at least 3 times a week. So with that, thank you so much for watching. Watch out for scammers, and please, if you can afford it, get yourself a Trezor. Link in the description. That is an affiliate link, so I do get a little bit of support there. So thank you so much if you do purchase from that Trezor link. That'd be much appreciated. But until next time, guys, be careful out there, and happy investing.